Hi Cary Junior High 7th graders. I am going to show you how to get into your interactive online textbook and to begin a lesson. First, you must enter through Google Chrome. The Chrome browser has a blue dot in the middle with red, yellow, and green on the outside of the circles. Please enter through Google. You need to go to cary26.schoology.com. When you put that in, it will ask you to log in. And you'll be taken to your main page. Then you want to click History. Once you are in History, then you will scroll down to the textbook. And in the textbook, you will have to log in again. So I'm going to be using a login that looks a little different from yours. You will get your book and you will push the blue button to launch your book, taking you to this page. When you are in this page in Chrome, you will see across the top Messages, My Notes, Glossary, and Atlas. You want to be sure that you're in Chrome or you will not see all of the features. So the next thing you want to do is make sure that in the middle, where it says select a lesson, that you have the correct chapter and lesson chosen for what you will be doing. Then you click Go. Once you've clicked Go, you are then in the text. Your next task is going to be to read the pages of the text. This section has 6 pages of reading, and you can see that at the bottom. Before I begin reading, however, I am going to show you how you get sound. On the left-hand side in the gray bar, right above where it says Lesson 1, you will find a set of headphones. You click those, and the book will read to you each of the sections. I'm not going to do a full reading, but I'm going to give you an example.
Lesson 1. The Articles of Confederation. It matters because, after gaining independence, Americans faced the task for forming independent governments at both the state and national levels.
Okay, you get the idea there. Now, I want you to notice the white space between the reading and the big black box. You will notice as you read page 1 that there is nothing in that middle lane. I'm going to go down and I am going to check page 2. For page 2, again, you can read. The audio stays for the whole lesson, but you will notice that now in the middle box, you have 3 items that you're asked to look at. So after you've done the reading, before you go on to page 3, you need to take a look at each of the 3 items that are provided in the middle lane. The first one is the capitals of the United States. Now, you must hit this in the big black box so that it goes to the pop-up. And then you will see at the bottom, there are 9 different items that you can hit that give you different levels of information. Sometimes these pop-ups will be videos, sometimes you have to drag and drop things, it just depends. When you've finished with that activity, you go up to the top and you close that tab, taking you back to the page that you were on. Next, you will go to the white line going down the middle and hit the second of the icons. Once you do that, you will click on the big graphic in the black box, and again, it will take you to a selection that tells you more about, in this case, Richard Henry Lee. Now remember, to return back to the text page, you go up to the top and close the tab that you are on. And finally, the third item is a video, and you will hit play and watch the video. I'll let it play for a little bit here.
The very first document to direct how the United States...
I'm going to stop it just so you got the idea there. So now we've completed everything on page 3. or on page 2, excuse me, we'll go to page 3. In page 3, again, you do the reading, and then there is one item in that middle section, and you want to hit on that, and then you want to click on it in the big black box. Now you can see that it takes you to a document where you get the opportunity to open the items that describe the weaknesses of the Articles of Confederation and how they compare to the Constitution. Once you've completed that, you again go to the top, close the tab, and go to page 4. On page 4, you would listen to the reading, and you have 2 breakouts that you're going to do. The first one, you can see that this is a map and it is interactive. There are lots of things that you can do with this map. There is audio as well that you can play to hear what's going on in the map. So there are lots and lots of different things that you can do here with the overlays and the audio for the map. When you finish with that, go back, and then you have another graphic, and when you hit it, it will take you again to another page that has information for you. We finish that, we go to the next page, we complete the items that are in the middle. This one is an interesting one. You remember to hit the graphic in the big black box, and to get out, you close out the tab that it's on. Here we are at the last page of the lesson. You have another biography which you can click into. Once you've clicked into that and read it, the R page is not something that we usually assign, but it is a review page, and it's also an extra way to prepare for the assessment if you would like to complete it. But you will notice when you go to the R page, you have a game and a self-check quiz. The self-check quiz shows up before the game, but I like you to play the game first. You would need to click on the game in the big graphic. You do not need to be timed, but it is very important that you're in Chrome, or when you go to play the game, it won't work. Each lesson has a different type of game. At the bottom, it tells you how to play, and if you'd like to play more times than once, you can do that. It gives you words, and then you can check and see if they match. Obviously, abandon and clause don't match, but you just simply go through the games and try to find the right answers. This is obviously a memory game. Okay, that's how the game works. Once you've played the game successfully, so you want to spend a little time in there, then you go to the self-check quiz. When you click into the self-check quiz, it looks like this, and it asks you questions from the lesson that you have. Okay, and then when you're finished, you can check your answers. Sometimes it will be something that you need to submit, and if so, it will show up as an assignment, the self-check quiz will. And that is how you navigate each of the lessons in your student edition. One more thing I want to point out, you can pop the lesson out if you'd like it to be in the middle. You can put it back in. Going back to the reading, you can also at the bottom, in the bottom left-hand corner, if you need it to read in Spanish, the Spanish version comes right up there for you. Okay? So those are the features that we use most of the time in your interactive online text. If you have any questions when you're working on this, please feel free to ask one of your teachers.